If you've ever made a firearm purchase that you instantly regretted because all sales were final, you might be entitled to compensation. Guys, what's up? Like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to check out my affiliate link for the USCCA training, learning. They have ways for obtaining insurance for firearms. If you are a concealed carry holder, I strongly recommend checking out the USCCA because they know things that you didn't know you needed to know. So check it out down below in the description. When you build, you are doing your own R&D. You're doing your own troubleshooting, fine-tuning, etc., etc. When you walk into a shop and you purchase a firearm off of the wall, you are paying, part of your purchase price is that company's time and money spent in R&D troubleshooting, making sure that when you buy it, it works right away. But when you do it yourself, you're doing all that trial and error, and sometimes there is a lot of trial and error. This is my 5.56. I have mentioned it in other videos. I have shown it in other videos. This is probably the 4th or 5th iteration of this upper. The lower is pretty much done from the get-go, but the upper changed a bunch of times because things just didn't work. They didn't fit my eye. Initially, I went with a 10.5-inch barrel and a 9-inch handguard, and it wound up protruding too much from the end of the barrel for my likes, and I changed it. But when I changed it, it wound up being recessed just a little bit, and I don't think that that's safe. So I always want the muzzle device extended past the handguard, so I had to go into another one, and then that didn't work. And you wind up with a lot of spare parts, and that's not such a bad thing, except for your wallet and maybe your spouse. But, you know, hiding things from your spouse. But purchases. And you wind up with a build, but it takes some time to get there. This is my 22 LR AR, and it didn't originally do this. I wanted to build it with this. This is the Aero Precision January Builder set. I forget what they called it, the color scheme, but it's supposed to change in light or darkness and whatnot, but that's going to be a build for another day. That's a 9-inch handguard, and this is a 7-inch handguard, because when I get the suppressor, it's going to protrude from the handguard just a little bit. With that one, it was going to be recessed, and that doesn't work. So they're always going through different iterations, and I don't think I'm done with this, because, as I mentioned in the video where I totally went over this, I want to get maybe the 9mm upper for this because it has a smaller ejection port. It doesn't have the dust cover, it doesn't have a forward assist, and it's just a little bit cleaner in my opinion. So I'm probably still not even done with this one. I'm probably going to go through another change at some point in the near future. The main inspiration for this video though was this truck gun. This is my truck gun. New Frontier Armory C5 lower, C5 upper with just a rear handle. They have a side charging handle version as well. 3-inch Alpha Shooting Sports, 9mm barrel, SLR linear comp, and then Faxon Firearm tin bolt carrier, limited edition. And I really like the look of this. I really, really do. But 3 inches is just not enough. I mean, guys, I'm sure you've heard that one before, that you wish you had a little bit extra length. It is what it is. I need an extra 3/4 of an inch on this one to achieve that tuck that I'm looking for. SLR makes a handguard that's 3.75 inches, and that is what I'm going to get eventually. And now what I'm going to have trouble with is making another build around a 3-inch handguard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that. But I got this inspiration from James from Breachers Customs and Dead Air Silencers. They put a picture of something like this on their Instagram page, and that's what I essentially modeled it after. And then I've been following James for a while now, and his builds come out just like this also. I'm going to use the Deadfoot Arms 2.5-inch SCW, and with that, James did one also, and he actually had to cut this grip just a little bit to make it fit beneath the collapsed brace. And what that's going to do is that's going to give me 14.5 inches of overall length. It's going to fit into my center console, and it's just going to be real nice, Clark, real nice. So the builds they always take a turn. Nothing thus far has gone exactly the way that I planned, but that's not such a bad thing. So I have a question for everybody. I am seriously contemplating going into a shooting competition. There is a range 45 minutes to my east, and they're going to have, they call it the Patriot Games. It's the first one. They've got another one which is really hardcore CrossFit, but this one is some CrossFit and shooting. So I think what they do is they make you get your heart rate up by lifting heavy things, and they said 75 to 100 pounds, so I mean that's pretty heavy, and then you have to go shoot, and it just kind of tests, because I know working in the operating room, when my heart rate gets up, my hands start shaking. It doesn't happen very often, but it does, and it's tough. I mean, if you're trying to stay on target and you're shaking, it can be pretty tough. So the calibers are 223, 5.56, and 300 blackout. If any of my viewers are competition shooters, what do you recommend? 223, 5.56, 300 blackout. The easiest thing for me to do would be to use this one. Just get a sling, get rid of these fixed sights, and put on a magnifier, one of those flip out magnifiers. That would be the easiest thing to do. I like the way this one shoots, but it's 11.5-inch barrel. Should I go with a 16-inch barrel? I've got one of those that I can just shoot with, but it doesn't have some premium parts. It's more of a budget Palmetto State Armory build. 223. I only see 223 match ammo. I don't see 5.56. I don't see 300 blackout match ammo. So is 223 ammo the best way to go? Do I want to build a 300 blackout? I don't know if I want to do that, but if I do, I build it out of that receiver set. So that's going to do it for this one. Let me know down below what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out soon. I hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next video.